decide to let that thing play out the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta let a good theme song be a good theme song. Sometimes you just gotta let the vibe be a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We in this thing. I'm kind of going off of a regression high right now. Ugh. It's a deep thing. Just previously had a client who had very, very powerful forces within her. 2 hours went by, had about 4 different, let's just say, ancestral or spirit energies that was dwelling within her, that was really trying to make sure she got a certain understanding, a certain understanding, a certain position she didn't quite see herself as. And it was beautiful to really hear that. I mean, y'all want me to play that thing, you know, but it'd be a whole different voice. It'd be a whole, hi, hey, Q, and then start. We are here. I'm like, it's the same phone call. Just what happened to hey Q? Hey, it's me. I'm so excited for this. 10 minutes later, we have come to help the alignment of the host that we are dwelling within. I was shit, me too. I guess we're on the same page. That's what I'm here to do too. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get us right. I'm trying to get us right. You need to know the ocean of yourself. You got to learn the depths of yourself. The world of subconscious is so real. One of my students did a session for almost 6 hours with one of my new students. And I mean, it brought him to tears. That's how strong this regression work is. That's how strong this regression work. He needed a regression to handle the regression he just did. I know. I get it. I get it. I see. I was operating for a long time on that. I don't hold on to nothing. Like, affect me? What do you mean affect me? Nothing can affect me. And you move around like that is cool, but you become cold, numb, and callous to existence. And I didn't want to be that neither. In order to have intimate sex, you ain't going to be cold and callous. In order to really have a level of joy and realness with what you presented, you can't be cold and callous. So sure, the older Q, 125-pound Q, 20 pounds later, I got a little more empathy. 20 pounds later, I feel a little more connected to the life. So the life kind of connects to me. And I feel that. I be feeling it. Like, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of y'all need to work on cleaning your gut out right now. That was actually, I mean, I average probably about 4 or 5 regressions a week. And talking to people all over the world. What I'm noticing is that there's a lot of people dealing with gut issues right now. Like, it ain't no joke. Like, bile is kicking your ass. Bile is kicking your ass through your bowels. You don't quite understand what's happening to you. What's crazy is I was dealing with an issue here at my home where, like, my gutters were getting stopped up and it was causing complications with my home. So I was like, damn, you know, you take life and you look at life like an L, then you ain't gonna get nothing but an L. But if you learn how to put your L's together, you get a W. Feel me? You know, learn how to put your L's together, you get a W. So I was like, nah, what's the universe trying to tell me? And it was like, you need to clean out your gut. Your gutters is your gut. I said, damn. All right, it's time. It's time. I'm ready. I'm doing the parasite cleanse. I'm doing the liver cleanse. I'm doing charcoal pulling. Like, I'm cool. Message, got it. See, I learned that when I was at True Religion. They done demonetized my whole channel and made me go get a job. I'm at True Religion and I'm sitting there asking the universe, why you got me in True Religion? And it took a year for the universe to even acknowledge what I was asking for. This is the whole 10,000 hour thing. I feel like once I started dedicating enough hours, to that job. And it wasn't just that job. The idea of working itself starts to 10,000 hours. Eventually, the universe said, well, you know, true religion is your genes. It's like, damn, that's what's going on. All right, 10-4, copy that. Got it. You know what I'm saying? Got it. 10-4, copy that. So if y'all here right now, 78 people in this live right now, less than 10 minutes, 9 minutes, I respect that. I appreciate that. Work on your gut. And if you need a consultation, you need some advice, Naya or myself can help you with that. But you need to, I'm talking about, we can give you concise, specific things. If you need certain cleanses or certain detoxes, we either have the products ourselves or can point you in the direction to get the proper products. If you just wanted someone to kind of put a package together for you with a whole map out how to do a 30-day cleanse, we got that too. Whatever way. I mean, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling amazing. I need y'all to know 6 weeks ago, I was like, boy, what is 2025? Why is you here? And I always was like, 2025 is my year. But man, 6 weeks ago, see, it's this important thing. Once you kind of conceptualize the whole frequency of the six is an important frequency. For example, I was talking to someone who was a very, very prestigious doctor, all right, makes 7 figures a year, all right, and he hates everything. He hates the office he works with. I mean, the everything. And I'm just like, bro, you make 7 figures a year. What's wrong with you? Why do you hate life so much? I could see if you was on Skid Row. But you making 7 figures a year. There are people who can't even sustain, don't even know how they eating tonight. And not only are you eating, you waste food. You buy tons and tons of food. I said, how much you spend a week on groceries? I don't know, maybe about $1,000. I said, and in that $1,000 of groceries, do you eat it all? Nah, I don't always get to all of it. So you throwing away $300-400 worth of food every week. And you bitching, you complaining. That's your life? Okay, I get it. And I don't know if they be wanting like a hard ass. I don't know if they want a mind wrangler. When I be putting this hat on, I be feeling like I'm a mind wrangler. You know what I'm saying? Trying to wrangle back your mental state. Oh, it's going too far. You're going too out there. You're about to go off the cliff. Let me wrangle your ass back in position. Because, whoa. But this is what I really processed when I was having a conversation with him. Because this is why it's important to talk to people. When you talk to people, you also get to talk to yourself. And when you're talking to, I'm picture in picture. Someone might ask me how I see reality. Shit, I see reality like picture in picture. I'm doing multitasking at once. I'm never really doing one singular thing. I'm operating a multitude of things at once. So while he's expressing his story, while he's telling me these things, I tell you the first thing that came to my mind and said, damn, so that's the secret of the Matrix. So I was like, what? Because it said it was like, oh, so I'm a little OD8, 88, you know, need things to be proportioned. Anyway, I was like, okay, that's the secret of the Matrix. I said, what is it? And I'm talking to myself. And they say, you don't get it? Everyone who makes 6 figures or more have the tendency to be miserable about life. I said, why? They said, because once you hit the 6 figures or more, you're most likely doing a job that helps this 6 matrix, Saturn, 6th planet from the sun, this Saturn moon matrix. When you have 6 figures or more, you're doing something most likely that is encouraging this matrix, keeping people in a box. This is what Saturn is, a black box. It kind of keeps you boxed off, kind of keeps you separated. You are operating a job that's suppressing people. You operating a job that's hindering people. Now slow down, y'all, because y'all about, I make 100,000. Slow down. Things have kind of changed since 2012. Things have kind of changed since 2020. The internet and a couple other modalities has made it where you could be a good Samaritan. You could be a good citizen making 6 figures or more. So I'm not talking about everybody, but I'm just talking about as a general standard. That's probably why you never really seek some of them jobs. Why some of them jobs weren't quite for you. because you realize them jobs is really getting the matrix in motion. That you're doing a job that's suppressing someone. You're doing a job that's ultimately going to affect someone on a negative frequency. And if you're energy sensitive enough, you realize your negativity is going to, well, the negativity you dishing out is eventually going to be absorbed back into you. It's circular. It's an Ouroboros. This is a spherical world. Ain't we in a circle? Some people want to say flat. Even if it's flat, it's still a flat ass circle. Still going around to the same point like a zodiac will. You can't run from yourself. You can't run from this. We in this thing. Peace, family. Copper Moon. Hold on, family. Hold on. I've been waiting for you to jump up in the live because I was like, hold on. Where you at? Copper Moon, I've been trying to make you a moderator for a minute. You know, you've been here for a while. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your energy. So I was like, nah, next time I see Copper Moon on the live, I got to make sure to make her a mod. So I got you, family. Hopefully that went through. Hey, Q. Hey, family. Peace and love. I'm so glad to catch this live. Oh, we about to go in. We about to go in. The ultimate goal is nirvana. There is no number on nirvana. Woo! Because even those that make 9 figures, they ain't happy neither. They ain't no number on nirvana. I like how you did that. You dishing out knowledge tonight, Q. Good to be here. Peace, family. It's a deep thing. It's a deep thing. Shouts out to those of y'all who at work banging this out while you on your lunch break. You could be anywhere right now, but you here. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Peace to the collective, family. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I learned that from you. Woo! I learned that from us. It's a us thing. I really taking away these yous and these me's. It's us. It's we. I love it. I love it. Let's go. Welcome to the new mod to the table. Copper Moon in this thing. And I love the good work you do over there on Know the Ledger as well. I appreciate you the way you keep them moderated and keep them situated as well. I was like, man, she be doing the damn thing. So I appreciate it. I see when we up here trying to articulate certain ideologies, it's always helpful to make sure we have the right frequencies. It's kind of like if I was a teacher and you have some students in the back, you know, or some students in the classroom talking. Sometimes another student will be like, shh, be quiet. I'm trying to listen. Feel me? Sometimes y'all got to do that. Sometimes y'all got to check some of these people. So I appreciate y'all. I really do. Really do. Hey, I'm running the anti-aging protocol on a vibe now. You know what? This is something I'm trying to actually have us do. Running these protocols together. That's how we get quantumly entangled. That's why y'all got to get you a protocol. I'm running mine too, family. I'm running mine too. We running it together. Oh, shit. Hold on. All right. We running this together. Teamwork. Imagine you get 100 people running the same protocol at the same time. What type of effect that got? You know what I'm saying? I'm with you. I'm running the anti-aging vibe too. It's a deep thing. Age ain't nothing but a number. This fucking ad. Woo! Peace, family. Thank you for dialing them back. Thank you for coming back, checking on the board. Thank you. Man, shouts out to Sister Myra, man. Or Myra Moss. I might not be Sister Myra. Shouts out to Myra Moss. Anyone that's helping the collective learn more about themselves and better themselves and get into a certain point where they're using the type of verbiage that can actually echo through another person. See, I say this all the time. All we are is the words to your emotions, but it is your emotions that's fueling us. That's why I often say I'm only as good as the energy I receive. Wholeness, family. Wholeness. Wholeness, family. All right, so let's get it. Let's get it. Today's video, the origins of humanity, breaking down hidden truths with Credo Mutwa. All right, I've been fortunate enough to come across this individual during the early years of Q Reeves. He kind of showed up on my timeline along the same time as Dr. Blair, Bobby Hemmett. Now, I always kind of knew about the pills because they was on DVDs and shit up north. Like, you go into the barbershops, you kind of got DVDs with the pills on it. And I was like, man, it's a deep thing. What these twins up here doing? Kicking that knowledge. So when I discovered Credo Mutwa, I started to discover some of the similarities of the things that he was saying in connection to what I discovered in regression. So I had to dial back to it. I had to get back to that point. But before we get to that point, there's a very interesting clip that's circulating around right now that kind of talks about what they're doing over there in CERN. Now, I want us to kind of dial into that for a second. CERN, C-E-R-N, you take away the R, you get sin. Sin is another name for the moon. We did a video previously talking about some of the interesting correlations between the moon. We're going to dig a little deeper tonight. We're going to usher in how the Andromeda system plays a very, very important role in this as well. See, many don't think of the origins of humanity and connect Andromeda. You got the Lyran constellation. You got Sirius. You got the Pegasus. You got a lot of other constructs that kind of get mentioned, especially on these channels that channel. Interesting. But very, very few conversations come up about the Andromeda constellation. Without a doubt. That's a whole nother situation. They can only stalk what's a part of their gang. Message. You just don't know quite what position you are in that gang. And if you break down a gang, you have leaders and you have followers. And all the leaders don't always know they lead it. Sometimes it's one person that gets to be the voice of a whole group of leaders. So you may not even know you are part of a leadership and you ain't able to lead this ship because something's hijacking it. And they stalking you or observing you to make sure you don't get back to your rightful position. But there's a lot of stuff we could talk about that. But that ain't today. Today's conversation, the origins of humanity and their connections to what we would kind of consider an inorganic concept. We had a little AI talk up here a few days ago. Shouts out to Christos. Lovely live. We got some things working together. Shouts out to Adewale. That was an incredible live as well. I really like connecting with the people. I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, I come up here and kind of do my own thing every so often, but I do appreciate connecting with the people when I can. So now let's kind of play this clip. I gotta make sure these clips is broken up into pieces because I swear they be trying to strike a boy every time they can. Every time they can, they want to try to cap a channel. While I see some of these other channels, they get to say whatever the hell they want, show whatever the hell they want. They don't get no strikes. They don't get no, you know what I'm saying? But for some reason, if you don't have the proper complexion, remember, YouTube is short for YT. I don't see them going through the same issues. But no worries, we got to stay resilient. Last time I had to pay a lawyer to get the strike removed, I wasn't trying to hit up the collective like that because I got a strike on me right now. So I'm a little nervous about, what I'm saying, playing some of these clips. But we gotta stay dialed in, family. I can't let them get the best of me just because I'm not a complexion that they're willing to not strike. Anyway, let's move forward. The CERN clip, something I definitely think we wanted to go a little deeper on.
Actually, CERN is dealing with radionuclear research.
Right.
Radionuclear research. Okay? Radionuclear research. I'm about to look it up. Radionuclear research is a field that combines aspects of nuclear science and radioactive materials to study their properties, applications, and effects. It often involves the use of radioisotopes and nuclear reactions for various scientific, medical, and industrial purposes. Nuclear medicine and radiology, nuclear energy, radiation safety and protection, nuclear physics, and particle research. This is specifically what they're focusing on. Particle research. All right. Environmental radioactivity, weapons and defense, and industrial applications. All right. Let's keep going. Just want to make sure we don't want to move too fast. We want to know what the hell she's talking about.
It's nuclear research, but it is more than that, because there are lots of physicians. I know some. They're doing very strange experimentation. There are beings from portals coming in and out. It's physicists from the CERN who told me this.
They've testified to beings coming in and out of portals.
Yes, they have.
Family, I do regression sessions. There are beings coming in and out of the portal of you every day. Now, not all of you have what we call a 0 point, dwelling right there within your heart space. A black hole. There's a black hole dwelling within some people. All right. See, this is why I say I gotta watch the movie Donnie Darko. All right, I'm about to show you. All right. Now, this black hole is made of water. Shit, water makes up everything. All right. You see it? Right here in the center of everyone, right there in your chest. There is a black hole. Now, this is what's coming out of the hole, but it also goes the other way. This is why they also show this reference in the movie. Here's another image. All right, here's another image. Here's another image. All right, Donnie Darko in the fourth dimension. See, many of you don't realize that your shadow is an aspect or a representation of this black hole. We're going to get there. It's a process. We got to make sure it's tangible before we move too fast.
Apparently, in the bottom of the CERN, this portal, this door, where they are dealing with all the subatomic dimensions. They say there are 17 different dimensions of reality. That's what those physicists said.
Now, physicists only deal with things that they can measure. All right. Scientists, that's what they're into, measurable concepts. When people talk about dimensions, and I don't mind dimension talk. Shit, you can go as far as many dimensions as your mind want to go. But none of that really matters if you don't know about reduction. Everything still gets reduced back to zero. Everything still goes back to a 0 point. So this is why you have 11, which is really 101. That's 11, but you don't think about that 0 or that space between it. But anyway, and 101, 11 is really 1 plus 1, which equals 2. So the 11th dimension is a, whatever direction you want to look at it, is a representation of the second dimension. No matter how you see these dimensions, always be able to reduce them to a single digit. And if you get really good at conceptualizing the 9 core dimensions, you would then be able to conceptualize the depth of how these dimensions go. Because there's subcategories, there's dimensions that are adjacent to each other. So there are dimensions that are bleeding into each other, how the 11th dimension is bleeding into the second dimension, the second dimension is bleeding into the 11th dimension. All this stuff kind of coincides. But when you talk about 17 dimensions, 1 plus 7 equals 8. 8 is the dimension of time. That's why the hourglass looks like an 8. The infinity symbol looks like an 8. It's because 8 is the dimension of time itself. And sure, these dimensions can rip into many different concepts, but they have discovered 17 dimensions or the 8th dimension. It's just code. This is how they be talking. So they're manipulating time. CERN is a time machine that is bringing in entities from other time points, not just space points, time points, meaning they can bring you here from a different time. CERN has the ability to bring, because you have a multiverse, there's a version of you that's 30 minutes ahead of you. They can bring that version in so that they can study and monitor your future. This energy, this version of you is in the future compared to you. It's 30 minutes ahead of you. So if I want to map you, if I want to study you, if I want to catch you, well, I could bring a different version of you forward. It's a lot to this. We go take our time and just let the video play out. Cute.
Some others say there are more dimensions. They had a being, they did not tell me more, who came that doesn't resemble a human. And then they had another one, and they have a proof because they left a scarf. They left a scarf. And now, when you look at what is going on in the CERN, there is a fight from some of the military agencies, intel.
Now, this is real. There's a rift right now. There's a war right now amongst governments, amongst military orders. Some of them have been exposed to such mind-boggling constructs, and they've been men in black, but your body don't forget. Simple mantra, family. The mind forgets, the body doesn't. I'm gonna say it again. The mind forgets, the body doesn't. So, for example, you have a soldier that's been men in black, all right? Now it's being brought into CERN. As soon as they're walking into the room, their stomach drops. Now, in their mind, I've never been in this room before. In their mind, I've never seen this machine before. But their body is like, yeah, no, this shit ain't good. Nah, this don't feel right. Tightening of the stomach. Hair starts sticking up. Start sweating. And you trying to process why your body is doing this. And you have no recollection because they severed your ass. They men in black your ass. But your body still remembers. So people who are sensitive enough to pay attention to their body, and remember, these are the bodies that got to go back home to family members if they got it. This is the body that got to go back home and get it. Not all of them are callous. And even if they've been cold or callous, a newborn can wake that up. A new relationship can wake that up. Eating right can wake that up. Listening to channels like Q Reeves can wake that up. So you have all these soldiers, all these people. See, the military is a job just like anything else. It ain't 24/7 for everybody. They get to go back home. They get to go back. They just get men in black, so they don't quite remember everything. But then you got devices like the Vibe I'm wearing now that clears out brain fog, that does brain balancing, that helps delta, gamma, theta waves. And they buying this stuff so that they can biohack themselves so that they can start to recollect what their body's been through. So this is why we're at a precipice of like an internal war or an internal battle that is happening amongst the military forces. It's happening amongst the governments. I mean, you didn't see they were singing "We Shall Overcome" in the damn Senate when Trump was in there. Boy, this shit is crazy. I mean, we in the thick of it. But Mama got us. I put a clip up on my YouTube saying that God doesn't give you existence, water does. And I'm talking about in the life. Do you know how many Christians try to come for me? And I'm laughing like, bro, you can live without God. You cannot live without water. What are we arguing about? Like, what is debatable? I'm only saying drink more water. That was the premise of my conversation. You're attacking me because you're believing in something that's not even tangible, and you can actually grab some water and drink it. You can cool your face off. That's why I'd be like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, it's not that complicated. I'm not saying God is in existence or your God didn't help you with the existence. Sure, what came before? But we're talking about right now. You can live without God. You cannot live without water. Simple. So they're starting to conceptualize some of these things. They think that they can't live without their job. They think they can't live without this military position. They think they get it, and something is changing within them. They're reconfiguring that illusion. It's no different than we don't even fuck with celebrities like that no more. We the real celebrities. We're the people who are on this platform right now. I promise you, get way more respect and admiration and support than a Beyonce does right now. They're canceling her for trying to drop $200, $400 makeup. That ain't used to be. So that's my point. Like, it's a shift. It's a polar shift. It's shifting. And the polar shift has to do with your brain, family. We're not staying in left brain like that no more. We not. We can't. We can't. Not when you are dealing with an algorithm that's constantly feeding you information minute by minute, something new every minute, something new. Swipe, 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 swipe. You're looking at it as, oh man, this is affecting humanity in a negative way. And to a degree it does, but there are always positives in everything. And the positive is your right brain is being stimulated by all this hyperactivity. Your right brain usually bored during the day. What are you doing? Typing at the computer. I'm teaching from a book that's telling me exactly how I have to teach. I'm reading the Bible and interpreting it exactly how they told me to interpret it during Bible study. Bro, all that shit is changing. All that is changing because you are getting in your right brain. Congratulations. Congratulations for getting in your right brain. You deserve that. You deserve that. You fought so hard. And I'm not talking about just in this incarnation. Family, do you know what it took to get born during this period? Since Earth's conception, I'll say roughly, it's probably been about 15 billion souls that have incarnated on this planet. Half of them have figured out how to come back right now, but another half didn't. Say 16 billion. There's 8 billion here, and the other 8 billion is not. That was a 50-50 chance. And you took a chance coming into a toxic place. You took a chance walking out there during 2020 without that mask on, feel me? And it worked. You took a chance saying, I'm not going to go to them for that Jabberwocky. And it worked. Do you understand that? The chances that you've put in motion, the chances that you set up is working for you. We are here during a very, very crucial time for humanity. The emergence of a new species. We're right here observing this. And the beautiful thing is, if you know what you're doing, you can teach this new species compared to the old guys that abandoned us. See, we would be considered the second, let's just say the second version of the humanoid that the universe produced. The first one would have been like gods and goddesses and devils and demons and jinn and all that, and fairies. All that kind of falls into like first gen. And they were given a very simple task. Can you be transparent? That was what was asked of the first generation of the humanoids. And do you know what they did with transparency? They consumed it and kept it within themselves. This is the whole Christ ritual. This is the whole eat of my body, eat of my blood concept. Because this is a being that represents transparency. And you cannot allow transparency out into the world because then there's no secrets. So you bottle transparency. You consume transparency. And that's what they did. And that's why the universe said, you failed me. How dare you take one of the purest forces of energy on this, in this universal plane, and hide it and shroud it in secrecy and technology. Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to create a new species. And this new species is us. And we are here tasked with transparency. This is why you got to be vulnerable. This is why you got to realize you ain't always going to be perfect. This is why you got to realize you ain't always going to have all the answers, but it's okay. I don't have all the answers. I could be transparent about that. I'm going to fail. I can be transparent about that. No, I may not be the best at having conversations, but I'm willing to try. This is where we're at right now. Do not get confused with the rest of these people out here who are losing it. Do not get confused with the people out here who do not have control over their heart and their mind. Have not balanced the Lilith and Diana within themselves. That's their fault, not yours. I often tell people every day, you ever wonder why in America the world stopped when Diana died? Because that's damn near what happened outside of Michael Jackson. That's damn near what happened. The world stopped when that woman died. She ain't even American. She ain't even coming to America like that. So how is it that so many people are so caught up in the death of Diana? Because Diana is an archetype. It's a representation of Eve. And Eve offered you her egg. Eve offered you her body. You are an extension of Eve. You are the body of Eve. You are the body of Diana. When people be walking around talking about black woman is God, I'd be like, bro, you confused. First off, black woman is not God. Black woman is God body. That's what it means. And if you don't believe me, ask scientists. Your scientists would tell you came out of a black woman. So black woman is God body. And if you limit the God body, you go limit the God mind. Man. It's a deep thing. It's a deep thing. Well, and she don't give a fuck about you. That's why you ain't in your heart. She don't give a fuck about you. That's why you quick to call yourself my son, but yet don't know who the mother is. Them be the conflicts. Them be the conflicts. Because if you did know her, you wouldn't have called yourself my son. You don't got to walk around with the title. I'm her son. Hey, me over here. I'm mama's son. You see me over here? I get it though. I get it. It's hard out here. She don't give a fuck about you neither. Just so you know. Only as good as the energy she receives. Keep going.
Oh, they say that there is a fight on time. They're trying to change time. Because
didn't I just say 17 dimension deal with the time? Did I just say that? Do you remember the time we fell in love? You remember the time we first met, girl? You're talking to Diana.
actually, CERN is dealing with radionuclear research.
Right.
It's
Fascinating.
nuclear research, but it is more than that, because there are lots of physicians. I know some. They're doing very strange experimentation. There are beings from portals coming in and out. It's physicists from the CERN who told me this.
They've testified
it is,
to beings coming in and out of portals.
Yes, they have apparently in the bottom of the CERN this portal, this door where they are dealing with all the subatomic dimensions. They say there are 17 different dimensions of reality. That's what those physicists say. Some others say there are more dimensions. You know, they had a being, they did not tell me more, who came that doesn't resemble a human. And then they had another one, and they have a proof because they left a scarf. They left a scarf. And now, when you look at what is going on in the CERN, there is a fight from some of the military agencies, intel. They say that there is a fight on time. They're trying to change time. Because actually, CERN is dealing with radio.
All right. So let's tap into that real quick. Okay? It's Time Wars. All right? Low key. This is Time Wars. Yeah, you know, $1 holler family. If y'all can stay balanced in the life, $ Q Reeves, greatly appreciated. We just want to stay balanced in the life. I only ask for $1. It's the same thing on Chime. It's the same thing in Venmo. Zelle Q Reeves at Gmail. You know, buy me a coffee, buymeacoffee.com/Q Reeves. Any of them things. Head on over to the website. Just a little give and receive. Feel like you're getting something from this? Let me receive something from this. Feel me? It's a vibe. Hey, anti-aging in the building. That's 3. That's 3. We got 3 vibes running anti-aging at the same time. I'm feeling younger by the minute. I'm feeling younger by the minute. I'm feeling younger by the minute. All right. I speak on many different things. But one thing I've really been driving home as of lately is what I call the time before time. And the time before time exists as you are operating in your now. You are not operating off of anyone's time, schedule, but your own. Now, today, before I had my first regression, I set me up a table outside under the tree. I grabbed me some Legos. I played me some binaural beats. And I sat outside. I ate breakfast. I built Legos. And I went on my Instagram and said, you know what? This is what I do for fun. People ask you, what do you do for fun? I sit by a tree and I build Legos. I sit by a tree and talk to it. I sit by a tree and play music to the tree. And someone responded and said, damn, that's what it's like when you make your own time or when you have your own schedule, something like that. And then I didn't even process that. Like, I didn't even think about that. Damn, there's a lot of people who can't do this. There's a lot of people who are not able to do things on their own time. And this is the Saturn Moon Matrix, family. There was a time that Saturn was not bound. So it was considered the black sun. And it was more of like a purplish sun. We want to say black. There's nothing really black. It was more of a purplish, like kind of like the light that you see in this fire, but the darker part of the fire, like where the wood is. It kind of looked like burning wood in the sky, and it created a purple hue on our planet. And this purple hue, oh my goodness. When I mean the things that we were able to discover, it's almost like being surrounded by ether. And then something bound Saturn, put a ring around it, froze it in time, and then used the moon. Thank you so much, Chan, for the give and receive, family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shouts out to the family. Thank you for staying balanced in the life. Because they sure trying to shadow ban me this month. But it's okay. I'm keep pushing. So give and receives is really greatly appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let me help you understand the concept. We are dealing with a war between blue and red. And you notice hell, red, heaven, blue. You got the light side, you got the dark side. When you think of, look, why you think I wore this? I didn't even plan on wearing this today. I just grabbed it out of my closet and put it on. Blue and red. There's literally a battle of blue and red. But if they're not battling, they come together. They can unify. And in the unity of blue and red, we get purple. So a purple atmosphere, a purple hue, a purple reality, in blue and yellow, purple hills. In that reality, blue and yellow, purple hills. That's another way to get purple. Interesting. Okay. Because we got a yellow sun and a blue sky. Anyway, so this signifies a time frame or an age where there was no war. See, many of you don't realize you're warring with time. You don't feel like you have enough time, so something is taking time from you. There's a war on time. If you don't know what that looks like, watch Justin Timberlake's movie On Time, where their lives is based on time. Currency is based on time because it's showing you something. Yes, family, the color purple represents royalty, good connection. So that also shows a time that we were more regal. And what it really counts is that you are acknowledging that you are I don't even like to use the word kingdom, but you are an ambassador. You are a focal point for a village. You are a focal point for a group of energies or entities. This is called your religion. This is called your ancestors. That you were fully aware that you've housed the dead, that you housed the future, which we do, unless you don't want to have no children, which is an agenda within itself as well. But nevertheless, that you are responsible for the continuation of existence. And that's what made you regal. That's what made you royal. You embraced that ideology. You embraced that way of life, and you loved it. You loved it. You loved living during the time that you felt fulfilled, that you felt like you were moving with purpose, that every little breath I take affects everything inside and out. That when I get angry, damn, I gotta chill because my ancestors may get angry with me. Wherever they are, it could be the anger, it could be the energy of my anger that can cause a storm in their reality. It could be the energy of my anger that's creating a tsunami where they at. The energy of my anger could be so powerful that the great flood that we heard about 12,000 years ago could be my anger in the now. This is how we started thinking. This is how we started moving, and it was beautiful. And all you had to do was not have to be on no one's time schedule to start thinking like that. So as you start to get away from them time schedules, guess what? You would become more human. Humanity ain't even humanity right now because they clocking someone's clock right now. They banging and clocking out. You can't clock in, clock out from humanity. They don't even sound right. They don't even make sense. So this is the origins of humanity, getting back to not being on no one's schedule, not being on no one's time. I even hear the whole concept that, oh, you're supposed to wake up when the sun rises and go to sleep when the sun sets. Fuck that sun. No, not at all. That's a schedule. That's an illusion. That is something trying to trap you once again. I needed to eat at 8 o'clock in the morning to make sure I hit that lunch at 12:30. All right, dinner at 6. One of the greatest things you could do to this matrix is switch it up. Eat dinner at 8 o'clock in the morning. Don't have no food till 2. Just have liquids. Switch it up. This is how you make sure the matrix pays attention to you as not just an NPC, but as something greater than that. Something that is actually programming the matrix, because the matrix got to adjust if everyone starts doing that. What type of world will we have then? If there ain't no rules on, I got to eat at 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 o'clock in the evening. What happens if you switch that all up? What happens if you start putting your shoes on backwards? What happens if you start getting in bed in reverse? These are powerful things that not a lot of people do. And this is one of the things you have to start realizing. This is how we get out of these time schedules. Y'all with me? Oh, I appreciate it, family. Thank you. And I don't even drink coffee no more. So I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it for my lemons. I do a little lemon water. I'm gonna use it accordingly. I appreciate you. In fact, listen, family, get you some mugwort, get you some blue lotus. Those of you who are thinking about getting a regression session, hop on over to the website, grab you some mugwort, grab you some blue lotus to kind of get your flow, kind of get you engaged for the regression, get you prepared for the regression. Plus, this stuff is actually a form of regression in itself. I've been doing the blue lotus. I ain't even gonna lie. I've been doing the blue lotus and the mugwort at night. I've been running the sleep protocol on my vibe. the Delta and Theta protocol before I go to sleep. And I mean, talking about being able to remember all my dreams so vividly. I used to think I can't remember my dreams. Something was wrong with me. Nah, you just been programmed to move. So I used to call myself Quick Quentin. You moving too fast. You ain't even giving your body a time to digest. Now it was like, I be doing detoxes and cleanses, and I can eat something in the afternoon. I can eat something in the morning, and by that night, I already like processed it through my body, and it's moving. And she be like, damn, does it even get the nutrients? Does it even get what it needs out the body? And I had to question. I was like, you know what? Probably not. Because I've been moving so fast. I've been moving so fast. Wow, it's hard for me to hold on to weight. I've been moving so fast. So I want to slow down. It's a turtle race. I put a turtle on my arm for a reason. Those who operate out of the hair lose the race. So I have to tell myself that. I got to check myself every so often. Damn, slow down. Slow down. It don't matter. I don't give a fuck if they say I'm late. I don't care. Slow down. And I started realizing, damn, when I really slowed down, I actually showed up 2 minutes before I was supposed to clock in. I used to be worried about not getting a job, to getting to work on time. And I used to be like in frantic mode. And I was like, nah, hell no. What is going on? I need to slow down. And as soon as I slow down, it's almost like time slows down itself. Time starts listening to you. Not the other way around. Thank you, family. I'm so happy that y'all like it. I mean, I only use the things I use for myself. Anything that I show on this platform, anything I encourage on this platform, it is things that I myself believe in and things that I myself associate and connect to. Yep. When you don't wait on time, time waits on you. Hold on. Hold on. I like that. 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 All right, now let's get into this next clip. Let's get into this next clip. We go bring in the elder Credo Mutwa. He does a really, really good breakdown on this. I want to we're gonna pause it so we can kind of do some of these breakdowns with him. Now, hopefully I have enough time to get through this video, because I also want to kind of show a little bit of what they consider the origins of humanity and what the Andromedas are. We gotta see if we got enough time, but we go. I kind of went on my situation today, kind of dropping that knowledge, dropping them bombs, and it ain't always about playing someone else's shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you got a message, if you got some words of wisdom, you want to let it out. You don't want to get lost to just reacting to people's videos. And that's cool. I like doing that. But I also have some things that the collective needs to hear. And I'm not going to suppress that so I can let someone else's information be played. Just so you know. And that's a message as well. You are important. You have a message too, even if you don't know it's in there. Even if it's so deep within you, you don't even see it. You have a message. It's written in your DNA. It's written in your blood. It's written in your story. It's written in your soul. You have a message. Everyone. Just don't make a mess of this age. Woo! Oh! 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 I like how I did that. Oh, I like how I did that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. 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 Let's get it. Let's get it.
The foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro. This is the story, a story you find throughout Africa. There was once a time when the blue sky was invisible, when the whole world was covered with mist.
Now, family, I told y'all about this. that before the moon got here, there was a thick mist or fog that encompassed Earth. That means ain't nobody was paying attention to astrology. Ain't nobody was paying attention to celestial movement. Ain't nobody was paying attention to the stars. You know what they was paying attention to? Themselves. You know what they was paying attention to? Each other. You know what they were paying attention to? That which dwells within them. You ever wonder how we get good at acupuncture? Well, it don't go with just looking outside of us all the time. Sometimes you got to study yourself. Sometimes you got to study your neighbor. Before there was astrology, there was anatomy. Family, Gwen, we reached out. You canceled your order, family. And you've done this before. Reach out directly. You have my phone number. You have my email. This is the second time you just jumped up on this live talking about you ordered some Blue Lotus and it never got to you. Please reach out directly. It's weird when you just jump on this platform and never reach out directly. And then when I go research it and I see you canceled the order twice and never received a dime from you, I ain't about to send out no free Blue Lotus. This life ain't free. You gotta, just relax. Just relax. Reach out directly. If you have proof that you paid for something and I have something that can contest that and you still have proof to show that you paid for it, I'll send you a Blue Lotus out in the morning. But we have a conflict. I never received no payment. I never received your order. You canceled it twice. So look into that and reach out to me directly. I don't like you doing that. That's the second time you did that. Why are we doing that? Are you trying to stop other people from experiencing this stuff? Like, think about what we're doing. You may not even know you're doing it, but slow down and process that. Slow down and process that. You did that once before. We said reach out. And then you're doing it again. This ain't reaching out. Trying to act as if you didn't receive a product when I'm in the business of selling products does not help me. It hurts me. Why would you do that? Especially if my phone number is available and my email. Everybody else can get a hold of me. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Communication is key.
When you could not see the sun as it is now, you only saw it as a splash of white light moving slowly across the sky. At that time, there was an eternal drizzle every day of the year.
So, like, it would rain a little bit? Thank you, family. Thank you. Appreciate that. Anybody else receive their orders? So what that gives me, you ever go buy some water and then as soon as you leave the water, you feel more like cleansed? You feel more rejuvenated, even hydrated. On top of the fact that if you live in an environment that is moist, you probably have a stronger hydration system. You're breathing in a more moist-like environment, which, I mean, think about it. When people are in the desert, they dehydrated. People in the tropics, the skin's glowing, the skin's shining. Get it? Wow. Wow. I love that. I receive mine all the time. Shouts out to you, Hugh. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Shouts out to Why Not. Hopefully he can get back on this platform. You know, we missed the opportunity for him to come up last time. So shouts out to Why Not Trinity and the Why Not Tribe.
At that time, people could not see the stars. People only saw the trees growing. Trees.
Okay, and I'm looking, just so you know, Gwen, at the Etsy page, and Naya reached out to you. I'm looking at the message, and it shows that your order was canceled. Okay, canceled. See that? Canceled. I can't make that up. That's the app. It's canceled. Just so you know. So the total was $30.94, December 18th, and the order was canceled. If you would like to place another order, and if you're having trouble, you can reach out to us directly. It's all in here. So hopefully that's good. Well, then it's possible that something could have happened. There is no way for, see, this is Etsy. I cannot control. If Etsy may have canceled your order, maybe the card got messed up, who knows? But it says canceled, just so you know. Just so you know. Look into that. I know. Sitting here talking about products, right? Right in the middle of us trying to get this deep breakdown. She can get a refund from Etsy. Yeah. Let's keep it going.
Trees which were very, very big. There was no desert at that time, only jungle.
Ooh! No desert during that time, family. Imagine living on a planet where there's no desertion. Imagine living on a planet where you don't have the frequency of desertion. This counts. So are you telling me since the moon got here, it created deserts? And that makes sense because the moon is governing tidal waves, meaning it could even dry out a land. Man, woo! Woo! Woo!
Where you went. At that time, sir, people were what we call in Zulu, ngubili. A human being was both male and female in one body. And out of the sky.
Family, it don't happen where we were once male and female, and then something happens where we're not male and female anymore. I personally believe all bodies are female. Why do we have nipples? Why does everybody have nipples? Got to question that. Now, there are certain things that have happened that has created a range of females. And some of these females have elongated clitorises that have become what we consider phalluses and all this other stuff. But I personally believe it's still the same way. I believe that the body is considered feminine and the mind is considered masculine. And this is what you consider to be an androgynous being because you cannot live without your mind or your body. You need both.
One day came terrible objects. They were like gigantic bowls made of huge gleaming gold. They were shaped like bows without strings, and they were bigger than the biggest mountains. They came out of the sky, bringing great noise, black smoke, and fire with them.
He talking about ships, family. He's talking about ships. So you ever seen okay. So if you ever look at a boat, it kind of curves like a bowl. All right. And that's what he was saying. These golden bowls, these golden ships came into the atmosphere with black smoke surrounding them.
And out of those huge objects came them. At that time, sir, human beings could not speak. We had no gift of language at that time. And People had, however, great mental power. A man would go into
Family, you want to start working on balancing your left and right brain? You want to have a greater mental strength? Take a day of silence. Take it on your off day. I don't care if you have kids, you can write it down. You can communicate in other ways. Prepare them, set them up, let them know they should be quiet during the day too. We're all, as a family, this whole house, everybody shut the fuck up. The whole house quiet for a day. I wrote several books in the span of, and I've done Vows of Silence maybe 3 times since I've been in Memphis. I've written several books just in that time frame of silence. You learn a lot about yourself in silence, because in silence you become an observer. And not only are you observing others, you get to observe yourself. Listen to the elders. Listen to the elders. The elder is telling you how we were operating. And if you want to get back to that version of you, connect with that version of you, you're going to have to be quiet.
the bush and using the power of his mind, actually call out an animal which he wanted to hunt and kill for his children. And the animal would appear and kneel down before the man, and the man would kill the animal and take it home. But when the Chitawuli arrived in Africa, they told our people that they were gods and that they were going to give us human beings great gifts on one condition. We had to worship them and accept them as our creators. Some told our people that they were our elder brothers and that this earth had produced them generations ago. And they said they had come back to the green womb of their mother, and that
green womb of their mother, family. Green womb of their mother. What does womb stand for? Where our minds begin. They done traveled the stars. They done seen everything. And guess what? They still came back here. They could have been anywhere. They had fucking flying spaceships. They could have gone anywhere. But yet they chose to return back to the womb. But yet we won't even honor the wombs that's around us right now. We ignore them. We silence them. We make them feel less than.
they were going to make us into gods. What they did.
Oh, hold on. This man just said that they done came out the sky and said, we your gods. Honor us, praise us, and we'll make you gods. This is wild.
They created a very strange pair of caves in the land. They dug 2 caves. In one cave was a green light, in another cave was a red light. And they drove human
Christmas, red and green. And one cave was a green light, and in another cave was a red light. And they drove humanity into these caves. He's going to continue.
beings into these caves. And each human being had to choose which cave the human being wanted to go into. And those who went into the green cave came out as women. And those who went into the red cave came out as men.
Hold
And
on,
then
hold on. All right, so boom. This could also be allegory. So humanity was split or divided. The feminine race divided. Some females went into their hearts. Green chakra, green cave, emerald city. While others went into red, which is root, which is violence, which is action, which is so many different things that come with that. So you either had some who was empathetic or others that was trying to shed blood. Men, war. Woo!
the talkers, the Chitauri, told our people that now they were perfect. But the moment the first men saw the first women, a terrible row erupted. The women hated the men because they looked between their legs and they saw what they thought were snakes dangling between the legs of the men. And the men hated the women because they looked on their chests and they saw these big things. What they were, they did not know. And then the Chitauri laughed. It was to them a very, very big joke.
Then they go laugh at us. They go laugh. They go manipulate humanity and then laugh about it. It sounds like the shit that have you heard about Drewski and Diddy? How Drewski used Shorty for a slip and slide? Drewski oil defended A up and then sliding on her ass. And Diddy sitting over there in the corner laughing while she trying to reach for a phone to call for help. And the damn phone scooping out her hand because of all the lubrication everywhere. That's what it sounds like. Some diddler. This is why you gotta be careful. Y'all be up here praising these gods and goddesses and these entities of old. They be on some diddler time, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. His name is Drew Ski. You know what I'm saying? New ruin. Sliding. Your big ass doing slide. Boy, man. I couldn't even read all the paperwork. It's about 88 pages of chaos. I read a little bit of it. That and the Vince McMahon thing. These dudes is out here. These motherfuckers is crazy. Get you one person that you love in your life and do right by them. All this other chaos is happening right now. It ain't making none of these people happy. It's not. And sure, it may lead to like some money in the bank, but is Drewski in a relationship right now? No. Is Diddy in a good position right now? No. Feel me? They doing all that, and they still ain't in a good spot. I'm in a great spot. If y'all on this live right now, you in a good spot. Diddy can't be on this live right now. And Drewski too busy to even be able to watch content like this. I'm just saying. Crazy work. Drewski.
And then the Chitauri said, if you serve us, you wretched little human beings, we are going to make you into gods. And the human beings agreed to serve the Chitauri. And the Chitauri gave human beings a second gift, the gift of language.
I said tongue.
People started talking with their tongues where they had talked with their minds before. And
so you got some that's going to use their tongue for the root, while others are going to use their tongue for the heart. Some go use their tongue so they can fuck, while others are going to use their tongue so that they can expand, so that they can enlighten. Expand, enlighten, exercise. Women, where you at? How you using your tongue? No, and I ain't talking about sexual. I'm being real. Do you speak your feelings or do you speak what's on your mind? And there's a little head and a big head. There's a little head and a big head. Either way, you trying to speak to get ahead. And you ain't going nowhere fast. Not if you ain't in your heart. We on Earth right now. Earth, scramble the letters, you get heart.
there was a big rubbish starting again, because this man did not know the language of that man. And when this man greeted that man, this man thought that he was being insulted, and so a lot of murder and culpable homicide started taking place all over the world.
Damn.
When our people were given language,
What you say about my mama? Remember, don't be a menace to South Central while you're drinking your juice in the hood? What you say about my mama? Bruh, they do this right in our face. They do this right in our face. It's a deep story. This is why I wanted to play this. This is a deep story. This is a deep story. And it is deep in our core. And if we don't start unpacking this, remember, you like a zip file, family. You ain't no channel. You a zip file. You got a whole bunch of data stored within you that you got to unpack. You ever pack up your suitcase and everything is compressed tight, and then you get everything out and you be like, damn, how did I fit all that in there? That's you. That's you. Unpack your suitcase. Unzip your files. They're waiting on you. No one else can do it. Someone can let you know you're a zip file. Someone could bring attention to your zip file. But it is you that has to unwrap this gift we call animation, this gift we call life. It's you, no one else.
They found to their horror that they had lost much of their mental powers. They had paid a terrible price.
Damn.
But the Chitauri were now the master.
See, and this is why I go back to the point. We had nirvana before there was gods. Before there was gods and goddesses. Before there was a star system. Before there was star alignments. And, oh yeah, there's Orion's belt there and Sirius there and Aldebaran there. Before all that, we had nirvana. Before we started to look out, we had nirvana. So then all you telling me is as long as I start going in, bitch, I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm going in. And I'm going to go hard. And I'm going to go hard. As soon as you start going in, this is when things start getting better. But people don't want to start dealing with their own shit. People don't want to deal with their yesterday depression, their tomorrow anxiety. I was talking to my client today, and they were telling her what she thinks is anxiety is really the spiritual energies inside of her trying to get her attention and tell her she don't need to fear what's next. Just live it. Just be a part of it. It's a strengthening mechanism. See, people who deal with anxiety almost feel like they can't breathe sometimes, almost feel like they're about to have a heart, complication. I don't even want to use that word on this channel because we don't invoke certain frequencies. But that's what it feels like sometimes. And if you overcome it, if you breathe to fight another day, you are proving to yourself the strength of oneself if you're looking at it that way. But how are you looking your attacks? How are you looking at the attacks of you? What did I do to get here? Why does the whole world hate me? I hate my baby daddy. I hate my daddy. I hate my mama. I hate my sister. Well, you chose to be born to that family. Why? No, you rather say, oh, I just got born to this family. I didn't want to be here. Oh. Okay.
As of human beings. They made them, the human beings, to go into holes in the ground and to mine metal, gold, copper, tin, all kinds of metal the Chitauri forced our people to mine. And the people were very unhappy because they couldn't.
Real quick, So your organs, not all organs are as dense as other organs. Like your heart is a very dense organ. Your lungs is a very dense organ. And wherever there are dense organs, well, it can hold on to more. Another word for dense, let's say depth. These organs have great depth to them, so they can be filled. And if you're filling up your lungs and you're filling up your heart with grief, with frustrations, with aggravations, with depressions, what do you think is going to happen, family? Get a sauna. Get an indoor sauna. They're about $150 on Amazon right now, $200. Get an indoor sauna. Start to exercise some of them. You sweat it out. Some of the density, some of the compression, some of the grief. Go cry. Let it out. Do you know how many men? I talk to a lot of men on the phone. I ask, when's the last time you cried? Oh, yeah, it's been years, bro. Yeah, nah. 5 years ago. 10 years ago. Why? Why are you so hard on yourself that you can't release? You can't allow the one thing that is here with us and for us at all times, water, to help carry that emotion beyond you so you don't have to hold on to it. Why not? Women, you get in a new relationship with a man. When was the last time you cried and why? That's a great question. That tells a lot about who you're dealing with. Women or men, you with a woman. When was the last time you fought a man? That says a lot.
They couldn't cope with the new sexual differences which were there now between men and women. And then from amongst the Chitauri came a very good female Chitauri. Her name was Mai Nzarantwari Samahongo. Mai Nzarantwari Samahongo was the senior wife of the terrible chief of the Chitauri, Umbaba Borontwari Samahongo. She was sorry for human beings, this great reptile lady. She said to the poor people, "Ow, you are unhappy." And the people said, "Yes, great one. We go into the holes every day, we dig the stones and we bring it to the gods, but we are not happy." And Mai Nzarantwari scratched her scaly chin and began to think and to think. She was terribly ugly. Her eyes were awful, like lights in the darkness. But she had mercy in her heart. And she taught the men and the women how to make love. And she said, "Look, we divided you into males and females. Now this action is going to bring you together." But it did not, because anyone who receives a gift from the Ntwari, the children of the python, is always in trouble. What happened was that when one guy slept with his wife, he didn't find her much, so he went to steal another guy's wife, and there was a big remorse, as we say in Afrikaans, starting. So men started stealing each other's wives and each other's girlfriends, and women started stealing each other's husbands, and there was a big nonsense in the land. And King Umbaba, the terrible lord of the Ntwari, the reptile people, said, look what you've done, you stupid old woman. Now these people, they are making such a noise. Listen to all the
Now, the theory is the energy that showed humans how to properly make love, to transmute the red and the green, was the energy of Diana. It was said that she came to teach, Anunnaki. That's not her real name, her Anunnaki name. But this energy had empathy for humanity and saw that humanity could be a beautiful creation if they just became connected again. So the aspect of a phallus entering into a female was a connection. She was trying to show how this connection can accelerate spiritual, physical, mental, emotional existence, but it pissed the gods off. The Etsy page, I'm not sure the exact name, but if you go right to qreeves.com and you click on my tinctures, it'll take you right to the Etsy page. So you can go right to my website and get to the Etsy page, just so you know. I'll have it up on Shopify soon enough where you'll be able just to buy it directly from YouTube. But, these fees and stuff, they be tripping. You put it up here so it's convenient for someone to click on the tincture. They want $50. Be like, I'm only selling it for $25. How you gonna charge me $50 and I'm charging $25? I'm in the whole $25 just so I can put it under the video. I ain't Mr. Beast. I ain't got millions of people for it to make sense like that. So that's why I ain't rushed to do it just yet, just so you know. They be trying to get us. qreeves.com. I pay a lot for that website, so I want people to go to the website. Go to the website, explore it, find all type of stuff. But Naya come through. Divine Power Shop on Etsy by Q and Naya. There you go. There's the name of the Etsy.
not screaming in the bush. They are busy making love there, and our gold is not being dug, and you are responsible for this. Mzavantwari thought and thought and thought and thought, and then she got a plan, and she said, I will make them stop. When they make love to each other, the female is going to get pregnant. And when she is pregnant, the male is going to leave her alone. And that noise in the bush will not be so disturbing to you, my lord. And Umbaba said, you had better. There is no production here. And so all the women in the world was pregnant, and Umbaba was furious with his wife. And so it went on and on until one day.
Family, are we processing that when the moon got here, that when the moon got here, it also allowed pregnancy? So if the moon was to fall, or we were to cease having the moon, no more pregnancy? Or how does creation continue? Now, I have theories. I think it actually has a lot to do with, we'll talk about that in another video.
Mzavantwari activated a black hero called Mweru. And Mweru challenged the great chief of the serpent people to a fight. And he cut off the royal penis of the king of the snake people. And that caused a big war. Mweru ran away. But Umbaba, the terrible chief of the people, caught him and arrested him and brought him to his village. And there, the great chief Korontwari Umbaba said, look, you cut off my thing, and I have replaced it with one made of gold, and I can't make love to my wife anymore. You think too much, you wretched little human being. Now, Umbaba had a terrible nail in one of his hands, a claw. And with this claw, he drove the claw into poor Mweru's nostril, making a terrible hole into his brain. And he started drinking Mweru's brain, and then he threw away the corpse. To this day, we believe that the people, the Chitauri people, they eat human brains. And strangely enough, scientists have found
it kind of reevaluates getting some brain. Get it? Like it kind of like subconscious, man. The subconscious ain't no joke.
skulls where the human brain has been removed and eaten by someone or something.
Well, the hearing you speak here, so many things come to mind. First of all, you're saying that telepathy was the key form of
I think that's David Icke, because y'all was just talking about he sat down with David Icke. That's David Icke right there.
communication.
Yeah.
Before the Chittahooly, the reptilians came.
Yes, sir.
And I guess it's like a muscle. When you use it, it gets more sensitive and more powerful. So the more you use your telepathy, the more powerful your mind got.
Yes.
And then when language came, it almost brought us into this three-dimensional world and disconnected us from that mind power.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And it's also interesting that the story that you talk about, the language being given, and then the different languages being given. And of course, that turns up in the Old Testament, in the Bible. It turns up in stories all over the world about the fact that we were divided by language, so we couldn't communicate. And as someone who publishes books, I know today how difficult it is to communicate through books when you've got endless different languages. So
All right, we go stop it there. We go stop. All right. Whew. Now I got another clip.
Welcome to the Eye of Truth. What is the story behind humanity's emergence on Earth? There are multiple theories about this, but we don't have a definitive answer yet. If someone told you that the key to understanding our origins is hidden in the moon, you might be puzzled. However, these two seemingly unrelated things are actually connected in various ways.
Facts.
In this video, I will explore the secret of the moon's and humanity's origins through myths and stories from different cultures and the findings of modern science, while also offering some personal speculations. The information presented in this video may be groundbreaking, so please consider it a work of science fiction. Keep an open mind and enjoy the mind-blowing ideas.
All right, what you got for it? Moon is an abnormal existence.
From Earth's perspective, the moon and the sun appear to be the same size, which is what allows for total solar eclipses to occur. While this might seem normal to us, it is actually quite rare in the solar system. The sun has a diameter of 1,390,000 kilometers, while the moon...
You know what? I'm not. Some don't. I feel like I could show Credo Mutwa's video, but the other video I'm about to show, we gonna hold off on that. I'm not. Some don't feel right. Energy already was a little weird today, so we go to chill on that, and I'm going to kind of speak to us for another 15-20 minutes about this topic. In regression therapy, I always come across something I refer to as thought beings. These thought beings are traveling their consciousness on waves, and these waves we consider to be thoughts. Now, these thoughts are then being captured inside of what we would consider to be black boxes or black cubes, a radio, a television, a refrigerator, a bed, a car. Pay attention to this area right here. It's shaped like a square. They are dwelling. It's a thought, and the thought got to go in a box. That way the thought can be contained. That way the thought can be compressed or suppressed like a jack in the box. And if you wind it up the right way, it'll spring out. Now here's another thing. You ever notice that people's mental states are different in the spring than it is in the summer, fall, or winter? There are a lot of things springing forward. And that's these thought forms. Now, these thought forms have gotten so good at mimicking you or making you mimic them, you don't even know that they're possessing you with their thoughts. You don't even know that you're not even you anymore. Have you ever heard of the emerald tablets? It is a greenish slab. All right. Now, they believe that the original emerald tablets was written on emerald, or more specifically, moldavite. On this moldavite slab or tab, someone imprinted, placed their thoughts onto this tablet. And the entity who did it called himself Thoth. And these thoughts or Thoth's thoughts became almost the standard of what we would consider to be a patriarchal system. A system that gets you highly engrossed in the left brain. And as you start to encompass more and more of these Thoths or thoughts, you become a bird brain. You start to fly away from responsibilities. You start to become less grounded in oneself. You don't know the emotional waves of oneself. You're just focusing on the thought waves of oneself. Simply put, you have a throat. It sits between two spaces, your heart and your mind. And what do most people do? They speak what they think. They don't speak what they feel. This was programmed. You are literally using your throat chakra. You are literally using the power of your sound. Do you process the power of your speech, your sound, to bring sound, expression, and speech to the dead? Thought forms. They're not even physical. A thought is not physical. It's locked away in your brain until you bring that thought into action. Can't make a thought into a housewife. Can't make a thought into a housewife. House, home. Home is where the house is. A thought can't go into the home, the heart. Because if you really started to process your existence, you don't even need the thoughts. You need to acknowledge your now. And it don't take great thought to pay attention to your now, to observe your now. Why do I got to think about what a bird does if I can go outside and watch it? Why do I got to think about what tomorrow brings? And tomorrow ain't even here. Can't turn a thought into a housewife. This is a subconscious code. Got to know what it's talking about. It's a deep thing. We go kind of stop here. Hopefully we ain't, you know what I'm saying, we ain't piss off the algorithm too much. Gwen, I love you. My bad, family. I did not know you was categorized as an elder. She just messaged me. She figured it out. Gwen almost 63 years old. We got to be a little more patient. Q, shut the fuck up. You need to be a little more patient with the elders. I'm scolding myself. But I didn't think, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think Gwen was almost 63. I saw the avatar. I was like, shorty in her 40s. You know what I'm saying? She know how to do this thing. What she doing? But, you know, Gwen a little older. So, my bad, Gwen. I'm being patient for the older generation. I know that I ain't really that familiar with this, you know, tech age, and I appreciate y'all for that. Don't change. Fuck it. I'm gonna adjust. Don't change. We need y'all. When the lights go out, when the power go doom, we gonna need y'all who remember what the world was before, you know, this internet thing was a thing. So I appreciate you. If I seemed a little aggressive, it's just because it ain't just me, it's us. It's a collective, and we trying to present a certain way. You know, I ain't writing none of this down. This is a flow. And I don't want to get thrown off from the flow. So I appreciate y'all for your patience. I appreciate y'all for dialing into this live. I appreciate y'all for any support that you give to this channel, whether it's $1, whether it's booking of services, whether it's being an incredible member on the page, an incredible mod on the page, someone who engages, even if it says the wildest shit sometimes. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So, all right, we gonna get out of here. I'll send you more energy for the one you lost today. Appreciate it, Q. I mean, appreciate it, Kojo. Thank you. I'm 56 and I'm new to this and true to this. Let's go. Let's go. Our phone number is on the site. Please give us a call when there's a problem. Please. That's all you gotta do. I literally am paying for an extra phone number. I am literally paying for a P.O. box. If you need to do an old school and write a letter to Q Reeves, my P.O. box is literally on the bottom of my website. I make sure I'm accessible because I've seen how the rest of these people out here in this community act. They act like they above y'all or beyond y'all. I put my phone number out here since day one. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Head over to qreeves.com, grab you a vibe so that when, you know what I'm saying, we hit a protocol together. When we hit a protocol together, we can all do it together. Everyone who got their vibe before the live starts, we could pick what protocol we gonna go with, you know, and we can hit it together. You know what's what I'm about to do right now? I'm about to run relax and balance. All right, the evening's starting to come upon us. I'm about to hit relax and balance. A little 32-minute protocol. Any of y'all who got a vibe that want to hit it. We can relax and balance together. After that, I'm going to start doing some of the brain runs. Brain fog, brain balance, delta, gamma, theta, all that good stuff. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the help, mods. Y'all always do an incredible job. Especially Copper Moon. She just got up in this thing today and grabbed the bull by the horns. Appreciate y'all. Good night, family. Till next time.